Hey guys, welcome to another recap of New Zealand's biggest gap year, where a few years ago, Robin and I did 365 days of 365 activities all around New Zealand. And on this day, day 186, Robin and I do an epic road trip through the Otago region, visiting some pretty old school mining towns and that sort of thing. So there's some pretty cool sights to see. So enjoy watching the video and seeing what that's like, and at the end of the video, I'll be going through some of the comments and questions you guys had the first time round when we published it. Alright, I'll see you at the end.
This morning we wake up in the beautiful Ranfurly Holiday Park, and the owner of the holiday park, Paul, has suggested us to go visit the Hamilton Cemetery, which is nearby. It's on top of a hill and gives amazing views all around the area, so we can't miss that before leaving Ranfurly. And the trip to the Hamilton Cemetery is another example of how following Google Maps is not always the right option. There is a lot of really good routes that leads to the Hamilton Cemetery, but Google Maps sent us to a really dodgy one. Nonetheless, we're making it to the cemetery all in one piece and are taking the time to read a little bit the signs before making our way toward the cemetery itself. But Laura on the way gets distracted by a group of lovely, very young calf.
New Zealand's biggest industry is the dairy industry, so you're going to see a lot of these little guys as you're traveling around New Zealand. And these little calves are kind of curious, but they're really cute. They keep coming up for a pat each, and it's pretty hard for us to drag ourselves away from them. But we are here to see the Hamilton Cemetery, so here we are, getting ready to see those views. From here we can see the whole central Otago area. This is going to be the area that we're going to be driving through today. And actually we learned there's a lot of history even behind the cemetery up here as well. The Hamilton Cemetery is actually the only remains of a large town that actually used to be here called Hamilton's. It was here during the gold rush era. There was about 2,000 miners living in the area, and the town had about 25 liquor outlets and 40 stores, but signs of all of that have completely disappeared. We do have a little bit of a nosy at all the gravestones here, and most of them are from the 1800s. There's one gravestone which has a bit of a weird sort of case to it. So apparently a mailman died while delivering mail. So who said that paper cuts can't kill you?
God, don't stand up all at once to upload Laura for that joke. Anyway, we are now leaving the Hamilton Cemetery and we are making our way to the little township of Alexandra. That's the story of today. I did fuck up the itinerary yesterday and the day before yesterday, so we have a lot of backtracking to do. But we're pretty lucky because the drive to there is absolutely stunning. The whole drive takes us through heaps of little gold mining towns that were established during the central Otago gold rush back in the 1800s something. And one of the most famous gold mining towns in the area was named Ophir. It spells O-P-H-I-R. Go figure out how to pronounce that. Ophir is one of the perfect examples of the classic gold town of the central Otago. It still has a lot of those authentic buildings and has a really cool building, which is the Post and Telegraph Office of Ophir. It's probably one of the oldest post shops in the whole country. Although it was built in 1886, it was kept in perfect condition, being repainted throughout the years to make it look really good, and it's a perfect opportunity for us to stop, take a few pictures before heading on the road again.
We're now reaching our final destination of today, which is Alexandra, and we're going to go check out a bit of a walk which involves us going over something called the Shaky Bridge, named because it used to be shaky, but it's not actually that bad.
So today we're making our way all the way up to the Alexandra clock behind me, but on the way we did spot this beautiful vineyard with a superb view of the clock. So Laura has been here for about 20 minutes taking pictures, and she's gonna keep on going.
We're making our way up to the clock on the hill, which is not only really awesome because there's a giant clock on a hill, but it's also meant to have really awesome views from the top. So we've got a bit of a rugged, steep climb, but thankfully it's super short. And on the way up, I can smell Robin's pasta. Oh, it's a herb, is it?
What is it?
Is it? Rosemary.
No?
No, what is it? Mixed Italian herbs.
Yeah, which one of them? It is not mixed Italian herb from Pack and Save, Laura. What is it?
Not basil, because it's a leaf.
What you're smelling is actually a leaf.
Well, yeah. It's not rosemary. Thyme?
Yay!
Woo!
The last section of the climb is quite steep and requires us to go on our knees at some point to climb those really gigantic rocks, but the result at the top is absolutely amazing. Alright, so we finally made it up all the way up to the Alexandra Town Hill Clock.
The clock on a rock.
Behind me, the clock. In front of me, a perfect view. From the top we can see the Old Man Range, the Hawk Down Range, as well as the Clutha River amongst the many rivers we can spot. And tomorrow we're actually gonna hop on the bike and ride along the Clutha River, so it's really cool to see it from the top and see where we're gonna be going while mountain biking alongside this awesome river. Today was a bit of a mishmash of everything, but that's exactly what driving through New Zealand is, and we hope you loved it.
What a dick.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and now let's get to some of the comments and the questions that you guys had. We have a comment from Chasing Adeline saying, wow, that is so cool. Every time I try to get close to cows, they run away. That's a cool town that you guys stopped to see. It's like walking back into the 1800s. Nice view from the top of the hill. Good video. We miss New Zealand. And we also got a couple of more comments saying, from Rolling Trips, good camera work, thank you. And from Xander H saying, I live in Alexandra. Nice. And your name is Xandra. That's pretty cool as well. And then we got a comment from Sissy saying, how do you visit the wineries there? Can you just walk up for a wine tasting? Thanks. So yeah, we did, as you saw in the video, we did sort of walk past a vineyard. So there are a few vineyards and wineries in the Alexandra region, and some of them are open for wine tastings where you can just pop into their cellar door and ask to do a wine tasting. Some of them will do it for free or will do it for a small fee. But actually the winery that we passed in this video, actually during the time of recording this video right now, that winery is closed. It might reopen. I think the business is up for sale, but yeah, just so you know right now that winery is now closed. Other ways that you can experience the wineries in Alexandra are, there is one sort of winery driving tour that you can go on. So if you don't want to obviously do the driving, you want to taste different wines at different wineries, and that is a good option. And also there are a few wineries that are listed on things like booking.com and Expedia and that sort of thing, where they list up their accommodation at the winery and you can basically stay there overnight. Some even allow you to go in your motorhome or camper van and stay over there, and that does include, you know, wine tastings as part of the experience. So that's another way to experience the wineries there. Now we do have a lot more information on Alexandra on nzpocketguide.com, which is New Zealand's largest travel guide. We have complete guides to things to do there for all different types of travelers, whether you are looking at luxury travel, budget, family, honeymoon or foodie. There's sort of the 5 different travel styles that we cover for visiting Alexandra. So go check that out if you want to find out more. In the meantime, you can join us during our live Q&A sessions, which we do every single Sunday at 8 a.m. New Zealand time, if you have any comments or questions of your own. And also, of course, you can always put your own comments in the comment section below and click like if you enjoyed this video. All right, I'll see you in the next one.